Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 16th of September 2023. This day is celebrated as World Ozone Day, also known as the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, is observed annually on the September 16th. This day is dedicated to raising awareness about the importance of the ozone layer and the efforts being made to protect it. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu reads that Supreme Court has prepared a platform to access top 50 judges before the appointment in the apex court. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud addresses a gathering at Ram Jethmalani, a memorial lecture at the NDMC Convention Center in New Delhi on 15th of September 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Nipah outbreak number of cases rises to 6 in Kozhikode. Health official in full protective gear at an Nipah isolation ward of the Government Medical College, Kozhikode. The Hindu newspaper also states that missing defense minister brings spotlight to these purges. Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu delivers a speech at 11th Moscow Conference on International Security in the Moscow region. Russia, August 15, 2023. Credit Russian Defense Ministry handout via returners. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that money laundering laws firm linked to Adani investors lost licenses in the Mauritius. In the May 2022, regulator alleged branch in the laws Adani Group declined his comment. The revocation of license means EIFM effectively began winding down operations. Indian Express also states that Canada hit pause on FTA talks amid strain in ties after a Trudeau visit. CEPA talks will resume after political issue are sorted out official in Delhi. Days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed concern over anti-India activities of extremist elements in Canada at his meeting with the Canadian counterpart Justin Trudeau on the sidelines of the G20 summit. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau upon his arrival at Bharat Mandapam Convention Center for the G20 summit in New Delhi on Saturday, September 9, 2023. Indian Express also states that if I have to do something about basic structure doctrine, I should do it through my judgment. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud had recently presided over the 5-judge Constitution bench, which heard the petition challenging the changes made to Article 370 of the Constitution, and one of the arguments of the rival side had touched upon the basic structure theory. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Nipah virus Australia's antibody doses sought ICMR to work on vaccine. Top updates: health workers collect clinical samples and investigate the home of Nipah virus victim in Kozhikode on Friday. A fresh case of Nipah virus was confirmed in Kerala's Kozhikode on Friday, taking the total number of infections to 6, while the fatalities remain 2. Kerala is grappling with a renewed surge in Nipah cases. The brain damaging virus which spread through the contact with the body fluids of infected bats, pigs, or people. The virus was first detected in 2018. Congress Deputy CM T.S. Singhdo's on no bias praise for Prime Minister Modi, call it hospitality. Prime Minister Modi, present at the stage, folded his hands, acknowledging Congress leader T.S. Singhdo's praise. With the Prime Minister Modi sitting on the dais, Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister T.S. Singhdo recently said the centre showed no bias to the Congress-ruled state when it came to development works, and going forward, the state and the centre should work together. Prime Minister Modi was in the pole-bound state to inaugurate rail sector projects in the Raigarh on Thursday. As soon as T.S. Singhdo acknowledged the central government, Prime Minister Modi folded his hands, responding to the compliment coming from the political rival. This, however, became an issue of political debate as to whether our Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and his Deputy Chief Minister are not on the same page. Hindustan Times also states that Supreme Court trashes allegation of not hearing ordinary citizens, says it heard voice of nation, no Article 370. The matter came up after the top court refuses to entertain a petition filed by the micro, small and medium enterprises MSME firm for the which Nidumpara was appearing. The Supreme Court on Friday trashed the allegation that it does not hear ordinary citizens, saying it has been hearing the voice of the nation and individuals from Kashmir on the issue of abrogation of Article 370. It was reacting to the lawyer Matthews and Nidupara's email to the top court in which he claimed the apex court has been hearing only constitution bench matters which have no public interest involved and not the case of ordinary citizens. Going towards the economy of the country, Tata Steel United Kingdom government agreed to invest £1.25 billion in a Port Talbot site. A general view of Tata Steel's Port Talbot Steel Works in South Wales, where workers are facing huge job losses following an expected announcement by the government about a deal to decarbonise the company's United Kingdom operations on Friday, September 15, 2023. India's space startups say funding remains biggest challenge. Some 8-9 key areas have been identified as key drivers of the space sector, which has a potential to become a $44 billion industry in the next 10 years, up from $8 billion now, says Vinod Kumar, Director Promotion, India National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, INSPAC. Government hikes windfall tax on domestic crude, cuts levy on export of diesel ATF. Going towards the world news, including Indian researcher winners 2023 IG Nobel Prize. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak vows to ban dangerous dog breed after the attacks in the United Kingdom. North Korea's King Kim gets a close look at Russian fighter jets as his tour narrows its focus to weapons. China Defense Minister under the investigation being removed from the post, says reports. Jahnavi Kundula to be awarded degree posthumously Northeastern University. Morocco earthquake survivors feel forgotten by the state, say we feel like foreigners in our country. Going towards the science and technology, the cosmological constant problem is one of the biggest crises in the physics. Supernova remnant SNR 04546.7.2 is likely to the result of the type of IA supernova explosion. In the late 1990s, scientists studied the light from such a supernova to find that the universe expansion is accelerating. India's UPS Nipah surveillance reached out to Australia for monoclonal antibody doses. Health official is full protective gear at the Nipah isolation ward of the Government Medical College, Kozhikode. Can green nudges in online food deliverers lead to lesser pollution? A study conducted in China thinks so. Person sorts plastic waste for recycling in Dongzhou village on the outskirts of Beijing 2050. At last, there is a famous quotation said by a famous scholar, Rabindranath Tagore, whose birth anniversary is 7 May 1861 up to 8 August 1941, was an Indian poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and a painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as the Indian art with the contextual modernism. In the late 19th and early 20th century, author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful poetry of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Tagore's poetic songs were viewed as a spiritual and mercurial, where his elegant prose and magical poetry were widely popular. In the Indian subcontinent, he was a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, referred to as Bird of the Bengal. Tagore was also known by the sobriquets Gurudev, Kobi Guru, and Biswa Kobi. He says a famous quotation says that the fundamental desire of the life is the desire to exist. Okay, thank you.